Hello there and welcome to another Machine Battles. So today's video then, what are we battling? Well, I really enjoy the straw bale aspect of this game, and I don't like how fiddly it is, but I don't want to keep using auto load. So I've done this test today to see what the best grab slash fork is for ease, how the bales stack neatly, how they come off the trailer, go on the trailer, etc. Now this morning I spent a good few hours going through as many grabs and forks and spikes as I possibly could, and these are the three that came out top in my opinion for ease of use and like stackability. I'll just add now, I have the straw harvest mod on, so this is what this grab comes from essentially. I've been using this grab a lot because of how it works, but I don't want to keep using it because I want to stack bales, in my opinion, the realistic way using one of these two, but this just really works well. So to use this grab then, each bale will go in a three, so 1, 2, 3. Well, what I like about it is it has individual hydraulic rams, so you can lock a bale off as you pick it up, go to the next one, lock it off, go to the next one, lock it off. But the way you stack it on the trailer and in the shed, it works really well, but I want something different now. So I'll quickly show you all grabs anyway. So we have the fork lizard with claws. It's a nice grab, it's nice and big. And the spikes here, when you activate them, they don't move the bales too much. So I like that, I really like that. And it slides in and out nicely. I don't think it needs 4 spikes. The less is better for this game so it doesn't get stuck. The next one is the Lizard V Grab, another really good mod. I believe it's in the Straw Harvest, don't hold me to that. It could be a base game. I've got so many mods now on and off, I don't really know what's base game anymore and what's a mod. It says it underneath there. Good, I was on the right track then. So again, when you activate the spikes here, they insert into the bale and they don't move the bale, and it's got 2 spikes. So it's nice to insert the spikes in and pull out, and it doesn't move the bales too much. My only negative comment is it's a bit small, and when I got 3 Hestons high, you kind of have to fit it within the 3, whereas the other grab in this test is so big you can put it anywhere, it doesn't matter. So that's our second grab. And on to the grab, the bale spike that we were talking about earlier, which I've been using for a long time now because it works really well. It just doesn't stack how I want to stack bales, which is annoying. So you would come in long ways against the bale, so long ways there, 1, long ways 2, and I like how you can individually lift them, so then it's nice and neat. So I am using Hestons, like in my other video, the Straw Challenge. I competed against Tango. I like Hestons because they're big, there's more straw and less movements, if you know what I mean. So you're moving more volume of quantity of product, and the bales are fiddly anyway on this game, so the heavier, the bigger the bales, the easier it is. Now when we did that challenge, we used this MX manual V7000. I really wanted this to work. I didn't test it and it doesn't work. It's a really good looking mod, but there's some niggles and you can't slide in and out the bales very easily, and the clamps on the side, well, you can see it's shaking here for some reason. The clamps on the sides, they move the bales a bit too much. You almost want them to be a bit wider so they clamp round the bale as opposed to into it. So it's a good looking mod, but annoyingly it doesn't do what we need it to do. So let's get this test underway. We're going to use the grab that I've been using for a while now, and we're going to be loading this trailer. Now I've got a bit of advantage with this one as I've been using it a lot. It is a good grab, but I want to load bales the proper way. Sideways on, pick up 3 high, and Bob's your uncle, straight on. And then in the shed you can unload them and go a bit higher, because you lose your height with this grab because you're on top of the bale. Alright, so with this grab then, you want to fit the bale at the end there, So then the two rows of spikes as I will try and demonstrate, will hook in. So then you've got your first bale. And then the next bit is that you want to be as straight as you can up to the bale. Gently tuck it. Then I usually release now and push in. That way I've got it. I believe this bale's turns. It's not the end of the world. It just means the stack's going to be a little bit less neat. And then the last bale, nice and steady. And then like I release, push down. That sometimes happens, but it's not the end of the world. Just come round to the side. Give it a little nudge. Back straight. Go inside so I can see a bit better then. And we have our first row of 3. This is what I mean why I don't like using this anymore, because they look silly on the trailer, like this way round. But all you do is, once you're at the trailer, get it all lined up nicely, and then all you do is release the forks. And that is a neat stack, to be honest, from the word go. Right, I'll probably do a bit of a time lapse, fast forward time, load this trailer up, and we'll see how neat it ends up. Speak to you guys in a bit. Well, that'll do. I think that's enough. That's enough demonstrations to show you. So without relatively much effort, I've put them bales on without really adjusting them, and they're pretty neat. So it is a good grab, it is a good mod, but it just doesn't look right to me. Loading bales like that just looks wrong. But that only took me a few minutes to do that, really. So it's very user friendly. I said I've been using this the most out of everything, and the main benefit is those individual grams, because you can really rock on like that. So it is good. Now we'll test one of the next grabs, I think. Let's reset everything. So next up then, the bigger of the lizard sort of claw slash grabs, spikes, whatever you want to call it. The other one's a bit smaller, so I thought I'd use the big one next, and we're going to load these, what I want to say, the proper way onto the trailer, and see how easy and see how we get on with it, really. I've reset all the bales, so we are good to go to give this a test. So I'll do the first couple and see how it actually, how difficult it is to line up against the bale. So I'll probably go inside view just for ease. Line that with the outside because I know it's quite a big one. So yeah, so the end spike, you want to be on the edge of the bale really. So that's not too bad. Then do the old trick, nudge the bale, line it up, stick it on top, and let's see how easy this slides out. Very nice. And to the next one then. I know the Hestons, you want to spike them a bit higher. It doesn't matter about that sticking out the edge. I kind of want to go a bit further in than that. So already I'm having a bit of an issue lining up there. I want to make sure they're neat. So this is where the hard work is, making sure you're nice and straight. This is real life as well. You've got to be straight. You've got to make sure the bales are nice and neat. And then we'll line up again, sort of quite high, end spike on the edge of the bale. It should go straight in. He says, but it isn't. But it's not the end of the world. Clamps don't reach it, but again, oh, I see. So you got to have the clamps fully in for the spikes to go a bit further in. So that's well, something learnt already. Let's just nudge around and try and get one of these bales onto it straight. And lift. Make sure we're nice and straight, nice and level. Drop it back down. Slides out okay. Unlike that MX grab, which I had a lot of issues with. I now want to make sure we are good for this. Nice and straight, reasonably high. That's too high. It's all lined up, all nice and straight. Tilt that back a bit and go in there a bit. That bale will probably drop when we put it on the trailer. So we've grabbed them, everything's locked off. Those have caught that actually on there. This is not the end of the world. We'll get it on the trailer. Also, I'm having a bit of an issue there. We'll just plop these in the middle somewhere. Tap against the headboard. Release that. And then, in theory, we should be good to go. So that's not too bad. A bit of a fiddle. It's going to take a bit of getting used to. But we're good. So far, so good. Right, I'm going to go inside again because it's just a bit easy to see lining up to the bale. So they're fully in. Tap the next one. Didn't want to do that. Spin it back over again. And just plop that on there. Very nice. And then back in again. Relatively high. I might grab it just for peace of mind. Slightly off the floor. Nudge to the next bale. Locked on. Yeah, not too bad. Release. Pull out. Yeah, that was good. And then back into the bale. Make sure we're nice and level. Push, push, push. Grab. We've got it. Relatively neat. It's looking okay. No neater than what I would in real life. And then when I would like load a trailer, I usually just put the bales in the middle. Doesn't really, as long as you're tight to the left. You want to come at a bit of an angle so you can tuck it at an angle as you're putting them on. And then all I would do is approach the bale, and then you just push the other bales with the stack you got on the telehandler. Bit too much of an angle. And that way you know, once you're flush with the trailer this side, you know you're not going to be bad the other side. So this is how I want to load them on this game. It is taking a bit longer than I would want it. It's struggling a bit to push. Yeah, so the bales are quite stuck. Maybe I have to do it. So they've come unlatched there for some reason. Not good. Not good. I'm going to ignore that for the minute and stack these at the back. So for whatever reason they came undone there. So that was a bit tricky, a bit fiddly. I'm pretty much going to give up with that as it is, because there is a pain to move around. So we'll try the next grab and see how we get on with that. So time to test out the last spike, grab, fork, whatever you want to call it. Quite disappointed in this one though. I mean, I could have had a bit more patience and tidy up and straighten up. And it seems I can't load the way I want to load as well in this game, which is put the barrels on, push them, so they're all flush. I'm going to have to put them on where they're meant to go, kind of thing. So it is a good grab, but that requires a lot more patience than I want to do for bales, really. So next one. Let's see how we get on with the smaller one. Hopefully a bit better. Let's get myself all nice and straight lined up. So 2 spikes, so this should be pretty decent. And straight in, knock it round. Yeah, man. Bit more, bit more. There we go. Straight up. On top. Lovely job. Lovely job. Slide straight out. Yeah, it's quite smooth so far. Starting to come a bit untidy on the top, but I am kind of rushing. I could be a bit more careful. Slide straight out, very good. So this is the bit I was worried about. Obviously I want to get the clamp in the top as well. So we're going to have to go around that top string area. Push nice and straight. Oh, 1 miles to the right there. Straighten up. Top string, sort of in the middle. And 2 clamps. Will they get in the top? Yeah, and it hasn't moved. That's pretty good. So a bit fiddly, because you've got to kind of line it up nicely. So we'll have to do it the way I don't really want to do it, and put the bales where they're going to sit. So I'll put this on the far edge, about there, boom out a little bit, and down, and then we'll unclamp and slide out. Very nice. Again, the trailer might have a little bit of work involved to obviously just make bale stick and stuff, so I haven't tested trailers. That one seems to stick the bales on quite well, so not bad. So that's definitely a bit more of a success than the other one so far. Just it's a bit small and a bit fiddly. Right, make sure I'm nice and straight and lined up. That'll be alright there. Slide that in. Might as well go right for that one there. And try and get them a bit more neater and straighter from the word go. But already that flat grab, I would have done another stack by now, I reckon. But it's just I've used it a lot. Kind of want something different. I should really put my shuttle back on as well. Using the clutch for reversing takes a bit of getting used to again, and I've been using a forward reverse lever. Right. Oh god, I'm in a right mare today. Usually I drive completely inside, but it's getting used to the grabs again. So straight in. We'll just pick that up a little bit for now. To the next bale. Go straight for that one there. Just going to take it a bit steady because they do slide on top of each other, it seems. Straight onto that one. Make sure it's gone. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Yeah, that'll do. Straighten up. Kind of straight. Drop that down. That'll straighten itself out once I push into that. And then now remember that spike needs to be dead centre. Keep going off to the right. So remember, dead centre, nice and straight into that top string. Push, push, push. Come on, give me a bit more. Just clamp it up there, see what happens. Got a bit of a gap. No, that's alright. So if this was a bit bigger, I would definitely really enjoy using this. But it's not doing too bad at the minute. Right, we'll make sure we're close to the headboard so we can get it. Not going to hit the floor. The trailer. Not bad. It's always going to be a little bit of a fiddle. It is in real life getting that first lot sort of step set up. Doesn't crowd over very far. That could be the Merlot though. And we'll just nudge that one in a little bit. Oh, that ain't too bad. That ain't too bad at all. Let's get another set. We'll do one more stack. I'll speed this bit up. I think that gives you an idea. I just started to get used to it. Not very neat, but it won't take long to just nudge them in. That's how I want to use bales on this game, so it's something that I've got to get used to. This seems to be the easiest one to use, although it is on the small side. I think it helps with the 2 spikes. It almost wants another one up, and that would be absolutely spot on. So whoever made this, make it bigger, please. I could load a bit more, but now you get the idea. So, out of all the grabs then, I still think when I'm in full swing in our multiplayer series, coming out soon, very soon, I think we'll end up using this still just because it's easier. This I was a bit disappointed in. Oh, this is like how big I want this one, but this wins. Awesome. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gives you a good idea. If you want to load straw like I do, like this, then this is the grab you want to go for. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye for now.